What's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here. Special guest Eric. Say what's up. They can't see you wave.
I'm waving.
He's waving. They can't see you.
I'm retarded.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, so Marvel Ultimate Alliance has been re-released along with Ultimate Alliance 2 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Steam. So here's the thing. It's pretty much a direct port. Graphics, I don't know. They're kind of moderately, like, upscaled, but, like, they're old games. They show their age. I'd say so, right?
Yeah.
But the cool thing is that they work just the same as they did, and that includes cheat codes. Keep in mind, if you use cheat codes, it is going to disable trophies and achievements. Now, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 does not have any of the DLC characters, so I think that included Magneto, Doctor Doom, Venom,
Sabertooth,
and then on Hulk, Cyclops, and two others.
Yeah.
So
Nightcrawler,
yep. And then
I can't remember.
And there's a fourth one. So those characters are missing, and we don't know where that is. Game's $59.99 for the 2-pack, or $39.99 each. I would definitely recommend the bundle if you want both of them. But anyway, so we use the cheat code, and we have all the characters unlocked. And we also used another cheat code, and we have all of the costumes. So what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and show you all the costumes in Marvel Ultimate Alliance on PlayStation 4. And, I'm going to go ahead and get it started real quick while Eric's looking at it. Hawkeye. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and start off. This is Captain America. This is his standard skin, the Ultimate skin. And next up we have Classic, which, Star Spangled. We have U.S. Agent. Who is U.S. Agent?
Well, originally it was Steve Rogers, and then they ended up giving the costume to... I forgot his name, but somebody else. Somebody else is using the U.S. Agent costume. He became a separate hero after, but it was actually when the government took the Captain America suit away from Steve Rogers. He first became the
Nomad, yeah.
And then the Captain.
Yeah.
And then he put that on and was U.S. Agent briefly. And then he became Captain America again.
There you go.
The guy that he replaced him with ended up taking the U.S. Agent's costume.
Gotcha. So U.S. Agent has skill boost, melee damage, defense, and then his last costume is World War II, which comes with Patriot strength, momentum rate, and defense.
And it has his old school
shield. It has his old school shield. So keep in mind, guys, this game is from 2006, so 10 years old. So next up we have Iron Man, and he has his new Avenger costume with XP boost, power damage, and defense. Then you have his classic costume, power damage, momentum, defense. War Machine with boost resistance, melee damage, and defense. And then Ultimate, which is kind of a cool one. Health, regen, critical strike, and defense. Now, Ultimate kind of is a little bit looking like Extremis, right?
No.
I'm completely...
Ultimate has nothing to do with any of the others. It's too bulky.
Huh. I thought it looked like Extremis armor, but...
It looks more like a submarine armor.
Yeah. So this is from the Ultimate Comics.
Yeah.
So...
Which I'm surprised wasn't the starter.
I think they just kind of...
They did a mix and match, because you got Ultimate Thor, and Ultimate Cap, and Ultimate Wolverine.
Yeah.
But you have New Avengers Iron Man.
Yeah. So, anyway, that is Iron Man. We'll go ahead and move on to... I like it that they worked in back then that you could have War Machine, as Iron Man. So, they do the same thing with Thor. But first up with Thor, this is the Ultimate Thor. Hammer damage, max energy, defense. You've got Classic Thor, which looks a little feminine.
Jane Foster Thor.
Yeah, it looks like it could be Jane Foster. Elemental damage, melee damage, and defense. Then you got Beta Ray Bill, with resistance, hammer damage, and defense. Now, he has Stormbreaker for his hammer. And then you have Asgardian armor, with max health, elemental damage, and defense.
Which this is kind of the better Thor.
Yeah, I would say so. And last up we have Spider-Man. Spider-Man's awesome in this game. So this is your classic Spider-Man with reflect, melee, web damage, and defense. Then you have Symbiote, max health, critical web, and defense. And then you have Scarlet Spider.
Which is my favorite.
Eric's favorite is Scarlet Spider. Web damage, experience, and defense. Now, Scarlet Spider now is kind of his own thing, right? Isn't that like Ben Reilly? Or
yeah. Well, this is technically Ben Reilly, but the current Scarlet Spider is kind of a mix of Kane. He was another clone.
Yep.
He was first. It was because when Ben Reilly was around, there was Kane. He had like long hair. He had like a costume on and everything. And then then he died, and then he came back from the dead, and then he assumed like an all red and black costume and became the new Scarlet Spider. So Ben Reilly is still officially dead.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So the new Scarlet Spider is technically Kane resurrected.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then the last one is the Stark armor, which is Iron Spider-Man, which is awesome. Comes with evade, striking, and defense. Now, do you remember, did it have the tentacle arms on this?
No.
Now,
I don't remember.
So, the Ultimate Alliance 2 came out in 2009?
Something like that.
And that was the Civil War one. Did they... Obviously, Iron Spider was around before Civil War, but I feel like I always...
No, Iron Spider debuted during Civil War.
Yeah, so how do they have Iron Spider now?
Because the Civil War comics came out in 2007.
Oh, there we go. So maybe this game is actually from 07.
No, it's 06.
Okay.
Oh, no, yeah, it's 06.
It had to be 07.
It was 06 because we got you... No, it was 07 because I think you bought it. You got it for me in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Because you got the Xbox 360 version because it had Moon Knight in it. And
right.
I hated the Xbox at the time.
Yeah, we had a PS2.
I had a PS2.
You had a PS2, and I had an Xbox 360. Because the reason I got a 360 and not a PS3 is because the PS3 got pushed back so far, and I just got impatient. And we happened to get like a wicked big paycheck. Like I got like a wicked big.
To get a paycheck.
I got a huge paycheck that week, and I was like, I don't care. I'm getting an Xbox 360. Yeah, and I
remember where you even got it from.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I don't live in Jacksonville anymore, but like, it was right by the Orange Park Mall.
Yeah, 6 seconds you get off $2.95. It's right next to a Starbucks.
All right, these guys don't care. Let's go ahead and switch up the characters. Next up, we're going to go ahead and switch all the characters to the Fantastic Four.
The Human Torch. Invisible Woman.
And Mr. Fantastic.
Now,
boom, you get the Fantastic Four. Gives you a team bonus of 20 health per KO. So let's go ahead and start off with Thing. This is the modern with critical strike, rock hard, and defense. You got original with XP, boost stats, defense, and way too short of shorts. Classic with melee damage, power damage, and defense. And then ultimate, which I think is my favorite. Max health, power damage, and defense. So that's Thing.
Basically, we just looked through his entire wrestling outfits.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he got repackaged. Human Torch, we got Ultimate with Flaming Fist, Critical Strike, and Defense. Original, Point Blank, Boost Stats, and Defense. Modern, oh wow.
Looks like a boy band.
Energy regen, fire damage, defense, and he wants it that way. All right, classic. Burning sensation, health, max health, and defense. And I did keep talking to prevent Eric from making a joke. He's looking at me. All right, let's just keep going. Invisible Woman, ultimate. With max energy, critical strike, defense, original. Oh, she got that sass.
Yes.
Concussive mastery, unstoppable force, and defense. New Marvel. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Concussive mastery, protective forces, defense. That says New Marvel, but now it's like old Marvel.
Yeah.
And then classic, still sassy. Elusiveness, boost stats, and defense.
Oh, just a different color.
Yeah. And last but not least, but probably least, we have Miles Teller, Mr. Fantastic, Ultimate, Energy Regen, Power Damage Defense, Original Melee Damage, Max Health Defense, New Marvel, Combo Bonus XP, Power Damage Defense, and Classic, Reflect Damage, Focus, and Defense. So there you go. Next up, we think we're going to do the X-Men. So there's Storm. There's Wolverine. There's Iceman and Colossus. Oh, we forgot to change Colossus' costume.
Whatever.
Boom, the X-Men gets plus 15 max energy. So starting with Iceman, this is back when he was normal. Classic, Icy Touch, max health and defense. Spiky, which is
favorite.
Yeah, Cold Mastery, XP, defense.
Because he looked more like the Age of Apocalypse Iceman.
And I love this costume in Marvel Heroes as well. Bobby Drake, max energy, Cold Mastery, and defense. And then original
Snowman.
Point Blank, Frostbite, and defense. There you go. Colossus. So ultimate is what you start with.
Critical chance, melee damage, and defense.
Sorry, I had to yawn. Classic. Boost XP, boost stats, and defense. Astonishing with melee damage, power damage, and defense. And then retro with power damage, max health, and defense. I like Astonishing the most out of that group. Like, aesthetically.
I like classic.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with old Iron Balls there. So this is modern Wolverine. This is what you start with. Environmental damage, max energy, and defense. Then you have Classic.
My favorite.
Which is claw damage, critical strike, and defense. Then you have Astonishing, which is health regen, bleed damage, and defense. And then Ultimate, max health, rage, defense.
To be honest, I'm not really a fan of Wolverine without a mask.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Storm. So this is Astonishing with static charge, focus, and defense. Retro has combo bonus XP, weather mastery, and defense. Storm with the mohawk.
Well, it was her 80s look.
Yeah. Ultimate, which is max energy, critical strike, defense, and boobs. And then you got Classic, which out of those I would like Classic. Mastery, momentum, and defense. No Halle Berry costume, though. So that's the X-Men. Next up, we were going to try the Marvel Knights. So we're going to do Moon Knight. Ghost.
That doesn't really matter.
Ms. Marvel.
Alright, we're just going to do them in order then.
Doctor Strange. Ghost Rider.
Boom. This will probably be easier. So Moon Knight happens to be, I don't know, in your all-time favorite comic book characters, where does Moon Knight rank? He's up there.
Why do you do this to me?
I don't know, man.
Like, I really can't have a number one because I've got Moon Knight, then I got Archangel, then I got Aquaman. You know, it's...
So he's like top 3.
He's definitely top 5.
Top 5.
So there's your Classic.
Alright, Ultimate.
Which he just took the hood off.
I mean, he's a little shinier and silvier. Critical chance, crescent damage, and defense. Khonshu, boxing, energy regen, and defense.
I would just stick with the original costume.
Wait, we missed one.
There isn't. There's only 3.
There's only 3? Go back.
1.
Classic,
2.
Ultimate, and Khonshu. What a rip. Aesthetically, though, I like Khonshu.
Well, they didn't have many costumes at that point.
All right, so before we go into Miss Marvel, I wonder if Captain Marvel will be an option and Binary. But let's go. Miss Marvel.
Binary is one of them.
Oh, yeah? I don't remember, so... Original Inventor.
This is Warbird.
This is Warbird? That is not her Warbird.
That's what Warbird was called.
Alright, anyway. Energy, whatever. Original. Oh, okay. There you go. Boost stats, point blank, and you are not letting me read. And defense. Okay.
I don't think they care about that.
Ventura, photon damage, resistance, defense. That is a Butterface. Binary. There you go. Max energy, photon damage, and defense. Go back to Ventura real quick. Look at how awful she looks.
Yeah.
Like, that is terrible. So, you know.
Yeah, it's just that one costume.
Yeah, it was just that one costume. They poured it awful. All right, so here goes Doc Strange. This is classic max energy, max damage, or magic damage and defense. Royal Seer, critical strike, health per kill, and defense.
Oh, that's from 1602.
Blue Mage. Oh, wow. Magic damage, XP, and defense. I remember
You
that.
can still see his mustache.
And ultimate with skill increase, boost stats, and defense.
Does he look a little flamboyant?
He does look a little flamboyant. And Ghost Rider. So this is classic with Hellfire damage, melee damage, and defense. Original with chain damage, resurrect ally, and defense.
That would come in handy.
That definitely comes in handy unless you just play with Deadpool the whole time. Then you never die. Vengeance, Hellfire damage, max health, defense. And Western, yes.
That kind of looks like Moon Knight.
Isn't that like the Mysterious Stranger?
No.
Chain damage, X energy per kill, and defense. This one's called something though.
It's Ghost Rider.
Yeah, but I thought there was like a different name.
No, I don't know.
All right, well there we go. Next up we have
Silver
Silver Surfer. We have Daredevil, who will not have a Netflix costume. Got Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
And then Blade.
Blade.
All right, maybe Wesley Snipes will be in this. All right, so first up we have Power Surge with energy regen, cosmic mastery, and defense. Silver Age has boost stats, XP, and defense. He's just a little silverier. You have Vitality, power.
He's the same costume.
Wow.
He never has a different costume.
And heavy damage.
So basically, it's just all about stats.
So these are just 3 different stats. This is horse manure. I'm 10 years too late to be mad. So Daredevil, classic, dodge, baton, defense, original. There you go. Baton, XP, defense. Armored, I like that one. Critical strike, max
That was the
energy,
90s.
defense. And then Marvel Knight, melee damage, skill boost, defense. Is that the Ben Affleck version?
No. Just a darker version.
So, Luke Cage, new Avenger, health regen, defense, max energy, hero for hire, afro? Yeah, critical strike, defense, and power damage. This is sort of an afro. Street, you got melee mastery, defense, all resistance, and then modern, you have max health, defense, power damage. Blade, you've got ultimate with health regen, striking, and defense. Classic, you've got critical strike, max energy, defense, and time to go clubbing for disco. Night Stalker with weapon damage, health regen, and defense.
That's the late 80s, early 90s look.
Then Daywalker with melee damage, health per kill, and defense.
That's more like his current. That was like the early 2000s, like right after Blade the movie came out.
That's his Wesley Snipes,
In a way.
sort of.
Well, actually, that's more Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, you're right. That is more Wesley.
Actually, this is
So give him that costume with the
this
first hair.
This is more like what's his name? The rapper that played him in the TV show.
I don't remember that.
It was like a few years ago.
What TV show?
He had his he had a TV show. It was hold on, let me look it up real quick.
Blade had a TV show?
Yeah.
While he looks that up, I'm going to switch out the team. So
Blade the series. It was like one series, one season, and it was Sticky Fingers.
Elektra.
Sticky Fingers.
Black Panther. Colonel Nick Fury.
See?
Oh yeah.
Deadpool.
I don't remember that. All right, so
It
here
was actually right around the time this game came out.
that's crazy. So first up, we got Elektra. This is her classic critical strike, boost stats and defense. You got ultimate, which is energy per kill, side damage, and defense.
Doesn't that look like Kim Kardashian?
It does actually look like Kim Kardashian, but better.
True.
Assassin, dodge, health per kill, and defense. And stealth, which looks like Wonder Woman. Side damage, momentum, and defense. Black Panther, we've got modern, reflect damage, max energy, defense. You got classic, critical strike, increased power damage, defense, and a short cape. Ceremonial, dodge, increased melee damage and defense. And then
looks like Black Man,
holy armor. And Black Man.
Batman.
Bleed damage, max health, and defense. Whoops, hit the mic. All right. Nick Fury, Nicholas Fury, classic. Leadership, boost stats and defense. You got stealth, marksman energy, and defense. Ultimate, you got Samuel L. Jackson with a tasty burger.
As well with melee mastery, reflection, and defense.
And then General Fury, max health, marksman, and defense. And then you got Deadpool wins. All right, this is classic. Dodge, melee damage, defense. Ultimate, max energy, health regen, defense.
I kind of like the mask on the ultimate.
Yeah, I guess. Weapon X, health regen, critical strike, defense. And then Assassin, weapon damage, resist all, defense. I think aesthetically I like that one the most. Then last but not least, we have Spider-Woman. And oh, she's showing that ass. Classic, resistance, bioenergy mastery, and defense. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., melee damage, dodge melee attacks, and defense. Secret Wars, you got power rank increase, max health, and defense. That is Carpenter, right?
Jessica Carpenter.
Jessica Carpenter. And then you got Spider-Girl, which is biomastery, increase XP, and defense. This is May Parker?
May Parker.
Yeah.
Peter Parker's daughter.
Peter Parker's daughter. So, there you go. That is all the costumes. Now, allegedly, supposedly, if you put the code back in, it'll, I don't know, it'll revert back.
It didn't.
And it didn't, so beware. I might have to create like a second save file now, just in case. But alas, that is all the costumes in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. This is on PlayStation 4. I'm not sure if the Xbox One got the costumes, the DLC costumes, because I think they were actually exclusive to Xbox One, or some of them were. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks, Eric, for co-starring with me. He's nodding his head. He doesn't... Yeah.
No, it was Xbox 360 DLC.
Yeah, it was Xbox 360 DLC, so that might be why, and I'm going to buy the game in a minute, and we'll find out real quick whether or not that is the case. If we continue after this, that'll be why. But for now, hope you guys enjoy the video, and we'll see ya.